Hello all. I hope all of you are doing well. So welcome this IELTS speaking tips video tutorial. So in this video I will show you the top 10 tips that obviously increase your IELTS band score if you follow these 10 steps. Our first tip is be fluent and liberated. So speak fluently and spontaneously. You will gain more points. So don't worry too much about using clever vocabulary. So what does clever vocabulary mean? So sometimes we learn some word that did not use uh, generally. So you have to learn some vocabulary that are uncommon. So you have to use this vocabulary, and we mention it here, clever vocabulary. So it's more important to be fluent, but also don't speak too quickly and mind your grammar. So it sometimes happens that when we speak too much quickly, so we forget about the grammar. So it also I want to say that you don't always remember the grammar, otherwise your fluency also loss or decrease. So you should find a healthy balance between speak quickly and making long pauses. So then practice answering simple questions. So it's really important to practice before your speaking test. So typically you will be asked about everyday topics. So IELTS speaking test is not like they will ask you some uncommon topics. So it's obviously our everyday topics, from our everyday topics such as work, studies, sport, family, and so on. So you should try answering IELTS speaking questions before the exam. So you must be prepared about these topics, and you will be surprised how simple they are. So you just need to learn appropriate vocabulary and understand what answers you will give. So you can find out our channel, and there is a playlist of IELTS speaking, and you will find there some cue card topics. So I think also part 1 and part 2, you will find here part 1 and part 2 questions. So then I think you will get some idea from there. Okay, our third tips is ask question again if you need to. So don't be shy. Sometimes it happens that we cannot hear properly what the examiner said. So it's your speaking test. So if you ask some question to the examiner, so it's also a part of your speaking test. So, and obviously you should ask politely, not like that, sorry, what you said. So you must be asked like, sorry, could you repeat the question again, please? So in this way, you have to ask again to the examiner. So if you want to clarify something, you will not lose points for asking the examiner. Okay, then our fourth tips is be emotional. So what does it mean? So, speak with emotions. So it's not like that you memorize all the speaking answers, and you are just uh, you are just explaining everything that you memorize. So it's not like that actually. So your speaking must contains some in nature, like you are nature, you are by nature you are speaking in English. So nothing separate the experienced speaker from beginners as tone of the speech. So express your feelings like you would do using your native language. So it's not like that you will use the British accent, or you will use the British or American accent. So don't mix both accent during your speaking. You must be speak as you can say. So then our 5 tips is extend your speech. Like, try to speak at least more than the examiner. If the examiner asked you a question in one sentence, so you must be uh, speak more than one sentence. So if you are asked a question using one sentence, or respond with two or more, that I already said, and never give short or uncommunicate replies. Like, the examiner asked you, do you do any sport? So you said, no, I don't like sports. So don't stop there. So if you only say that I don't like sports, so it means that uh, you can't create, you have no creativity, or you can't speak properly. So you have to extend your speech. Like, uh, I am not a very active person, and I have never liked like PE in school, but I like playing intellectual games instead. For example, I find chess very interesting. So you have to extend your uh, speaking during your speaking test, so you must be concerned about that point. And the sixth stage is be coherent. So it's an important part, and there is a 25% mark for coherent and coherence. Fine. So use linking word structure and words and phrase like however, nevertheless, all in all, moreover, will enrich your speech. So when you will extend your speech, so you have to use these linkers. So using these linkers means you are on topic and you are extending your idea. So it means it means the coherent means you are on topic. Yeah. And the 7, give yourself time to think. So how you do that? So if you are unsure what will be what the answer is, so what the question, sometimes it happens that the question is uncommon, so you can give yourself a bit time to think. So how can you how can you give yourself time to think? So you can say, like, first of all, then you can break a moment, then you can start your after your thinking. First of all, you can say, that's a tricky questions that you can pause a bit, and I have never thought about that before. Or you can say, that's an interesting question. Okay, so then you will explain, or you will answer the questions. So this way you will have some extra time to plan your answer. And you can also reformulate the question, like the examiner asked you, what was your favorite book in childhood? And you can say, uh, what book did I like as a child? Okay, let me see. So you can reformulate the question by paraphrasing. Like, it's a tricks. Like, you get time to yourself to think about the answer. So it's really important during your speaking test. And the 8th point is, made a mistake, don't panic. So it naturally happen that sometimes we make mistake, so by human. So if you made a mistake, don't panic. So try to correct yourself as smoothly as possible. And if you can't, just continue speaking. Don't think about what you said. You just speak on your topic, and you don't lose many points for a few mistakes. So you have to remember about this. So you don't panic too much during your speaking test, and make a good first impression. So first impression is really important. Look good, smell good, and feel good, and be confident, although it may not seem very important. So you have no mark on your outlook. So it's a speaking test. You can wear anything if you want. So a strong first impression will go a long way. So if you feel comfort, whatever you wear, or yeah, that you prepare for yourself, so you must be you must have a first strong impression. Seems really important. And last but not least, there is a don't learn answer by heart. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and examiner are able to determine whether you speak freely or you memorize the answer for interview. Learning full script is a bad idea, but it's important that you have to you have to read the some sample answer, that how they formulate the answer, and then you will get the idea. So don't try to remember any answer. Instead, it is much better to learn separate words and collocation and adopt them in your speech. So if you practice regularly, so it will automatically increase your fluency and your confidence. And yeah, it's important that if you learn more vocabulary or more word, you can speak fluently. So without a vocabulary range, you can't speak properly. So that's all from my side. So I hope this video um, help you a lot. So if you have any issue, please comment, and best of luck for your speaking test, and thanks for watching.